What's up, guys? John Cooper here, and today I'm with mrfuzy139,
What's up, guys?
and today we're going to be discussing some school stories. So, take it off, Mr.
All
Fuzzy.
right. This story actually goes back, I think. I'm trying to think of it. But this story was in, like, winter, like, early winter, or it was in January, I think, or February. And it was like a Friday. And so what happened is uh, I knew that I was going to get my hair cut that day. So I went to school pretty happy because it was a Friday, and you're always happy on a Friday. And as I went there, I went to school. I went first period, it was okay. Second period, we got a weird announcement. And it was like, this is a non-emergency announcement, is what they said. And I was so confused, like, because we never really have this. And they just said like there was a non-emergency announcement, so we were all confused about what happened. And we were all like, okay. And I was in the middle of my second period, and it it lasted at least like 45 minutes, and then um, they basically said that, okay, continue teaching. And then they rang the bell for third period, and I'm walking down to my third period class like always, and I find out that there's like there's like a whole bunch of police officers, and they're just it's like, I think I saw like three of them. And I talked to my friend, let's call him Bob. Bob basically, what he did is he said, because he I saw him talking to the cop, and I didn't say anything to him until fourth period came along. And third period, I was a little bit like, why were the cops here and stuff like that. My teacher didn't even know. My teacher, he's on the other side of the building of where the school that I go to. He didn't even know what happened, and all my friends were saying like random random like, they didn't know what happened, so they were just naming rumors. So I didn't know what it was. And then fourth period comes along, and I go to fourth period, and I ask my friend, like, why were you talking to those cops? And he said, oh yeah, there's a they were he was well, first of all, he said, oh, that was my friend. I was like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. And he kept on talking to me, and he said that they were searching for drugs. And I was like, it's like, are you sure? And he said, yeah. He said he said that they were searching for drugs in a locker. He and like my friend even told me the locker. Um, the locker number was 1306, I think. I think that was the number. And I'd always walk past that locker, and I'd always like get freaked out because that they said that they actually found drugs in that locker. And it was pretty crazy because my friend said that they brought in dogs, because my friend actually said that uh, the dog were the dogs were barking while he was well well his friend was the cop, so he basically told him that it was like a drug search, and it was really crazy. And that was pretty much the day, and that rumor just went on and on. And I don't really like my school because, number one, whenever rumors go out and I know that they're true, they always try and cover it up at my school. Like, there was a rumor that I knew of, and it was, of course, the uh, the dog searching, because one kid actually heard the dog barking, and they're like, nothing happened at all, it's all okay. And like, they always try and cover it up, and I'm like, I just get so angry why they don't want to do this. So that was one story. Now I'm gonna pass the mic on over to John Corporal. So take him away, John.
Well, actually, I was listening to your story there, and I'll be honest, I'm not too sure what to talk about right now.
Yeah, I know. I got a whole bunch of stories to
I'm
tell.
actually I'm actually just thinking about the substitute teacher that had a heart attack
Holy crap!
right
I
now.
never heard of that. I mean, we had
We'll just
I
call her Mrs. Anderson for
yeah,
this.
mine wasn't that bad because I had a teacher that actually had a stress ball, and one day he got really angry and started like, because you know how like when you see the stress ball, you can see him like grabbing the stress ball really hard. I had a teacher that was like that, and he grabbed the stress ball really hard because he was angry at us. But yeah, I want to hear that story. So
So apparently there was this substitute teacher, Miss Anderson, that was teaching a class, and she just got so stressed out by everyone in the classroom that she just collapsed and had a heart attack. I'm not really too sure what happened because I wasn't there, just hearing about it. Then of
uh, so
course,
it, so it could be fake. It could not
well, it
be.
actually wasn't fake because there was an ambulance there. Everyone saw her
Oh,
get
okay.
wheeled into the
Yeah, that must be true then.
yeah, it was pretty intense. And I remember she was always the biggest bitch to everybody. And not a single person. Everyone was like cheering that she was going to the hospital. Everyone was
Uh,
hoping that she would die.
wow.
I don't know, and yeah,
So that
not
was it.
really, not really much.
Yeah. All right, I got a good one. This one is
Nothing really interesting happens in my
yeah,
school.
I'm trying to think of another story. Like,
What about the one of the that one time with that kid, that sketchy kid that was
oh, tell me
taking
about that
pictures
kid.
with his with a rifle?
Okay, now let me think of a story. I gotta think of this one. This one was actually like, this one was actually hard. I forgot what it was about. Dang it. Because we had crazy stories, but this one was the craziest.
Can't remember.
I know. It's God. It's I just I can't I can't think of it. But it was the craziest story. Um, oh shoot, we had something like that. The heart attack. Yeah, here's one. My fourth period social studies teacher actually. I have no idea what happened, but I know that it was real because um, my friend actually he said that he had to go down to the clinic because it was during second period. Because my friend always goes down to the clinic. He's down in that clinic because he just wants to miss second period because he doesn't like our second period teacher. Our second period teacher's bad. She's like 70, 60, and she's mean. And this he always goes down there, and he saw this fourth period teacher that I have, and he does too.
Oh, that reminds me of, for some reason,
What?
we had an assembly that we really didn't want to go to. So, of course, we just lied, said we had headaches, and just sat in the nurse's office for the entire thing when the whole
Yeah.
school was in the assembly. It's pretty great.
Yeah, I actually I did something like that, but there was actually
Anyways, with the teacher,
the teacher went down and ran. My friend said he was sweating like crazy, and he said that he was sweating and he was actually having a panic attack, is what my friend said it looked like, because he was sweating like crazy, and like that they had to call the squad, and apparently they found out that
whoa.
it was the same exact kid. It was the same exact kid as it was Bob, the same exact kid, Bob, and it was crazy because he was sweating like crazy. His shirt was damp of sweat, and I I actually saw that and I was like, wow, because that was crazy. But do you want to go and tell another story? Because that was pretty much it. It actually they found out that he took a pill and the side effects were really bad. Turns out that the side effects actually made him sweat like a lot.
Well,
So that's
actually, I do have a story
all right.
that I'm remembering. So, gym class. Kid named Roger, just gonna give him the name Roger, goes up to this kid, this chubby kid, and grabs his boob and basically sexually assaults him in gym. And the same kids, they actually ended up having a fight, and the fat kid just sat on him and destroyed him and basically won the fight. He won the fight.
Ah,
There's actually not a lot that actually happens at my school.
yeah, my school's actually like crazy.
Yeah, like I always hear tons of crazy stories about your school.
But my school's actually. I mean, you think like you actually go to the school and it's like, oh, that's not that bad. But this year was pretty bad. Um, all right, I got another really good story. This was the
You
story
want to
that I
talk
couldn't.
about the that one kid that took a picture of a sniper?
That I don't. Oh, that okay. I'll tell you that I got like two of them that are good. So at our school, we actually had a kid, and it was this kid that goes to our school. He actually has a cousin or a brother that goes to our rival school. I don't know why, but he goes to the school, and somebody said that they actually caught him. Uh, he actually what he did is he posted on Snapchat, and this was a pretty racist kid, and he said that he was gonna go to he was gonna go to his school, not my school, but his school, and he was gonna shoot up all. Pretty much, he was racist, so he said he was gonna shoot up all African Americans because I don't know, but he tried, and one kid actually wrote it in the girls' bathroom stall. They all caught him. It was actually pretty crazy because the day it was supposed to happen, it never happened, but they had to barricade the windows, the doors, because my sister actually, I know it because my sister works over at the school.
Ooh, this reminds me of something pretty crazy.
Yeah, my sister actually works at the school, and she always tells me something. The same exact day where, because the shooter said the day he was gonna shoot up the school, he uh he never shooted the school up, but my sister said that they basically had to number one barricade everything, um, and there were police and they were checking vehicles and stuff like that. They did arrest pretty much all of them. I have heard rumors about how he there was one person left that they didn't arrest, but I'm pretty sure that they got all of them. And there's one of them is actually a lot of them are expelled from school, and actually someone else on Twitter said that they were actually going to shoot up my school and they were going to shoot up my high school. And it was really crazy because, well, I actually, we were actually really scared. This one girl actually had a panic attack in our room, and she had to go to the nurse's office, and she actually got to go home. But um, there was there was some crazy stuff that happened. I don't know any. We didn't make it. Our school didn't get shot up, but
All right,
for
I
yeah,
gotta talk about this though.
all right.
This reminds me. There's this one kid in our school. He literally wears the biggest trench coat there is. One of the biggest trench coats. And
Ooh,
he always wears a backwards hat, thinking he's so cool. And he has pins on the hat, like some pretty gay ass pins, not gonna lie. And it's basically Yeah, he was talking about being like a hitman. Like
Oh, I heard about that. That was actually on the news.
he was
Didn't he
talking
make
about he
didn't he
was
make like a hit
saying,
list?
yeah, he made a hit list and he was going around school telling people,
Yeah, and
you
didn't he
know,
get arrested
if you need
too for that?
anyone dead, just come to me. And then
Yeah, I saw that
basically I've never
on
seen him
your
again
news.
after that day. Basically
I
he
saw
probably got
that on.
expelled.
I did see that. I saw that on your news, and I was like, "Holy crap, John!" But
Yeah.
I got a
Pretty
story here.
fucked up people at my school.
This one was out of school, but I mean, it did. He did get like suspended from school for 3 months, and I think he's still in jail, probably out, because he was supposed to release this month. But this kid. Let's name him Billy. Now, Billy wasn't your
Johnson. How about
average
Johnson?
kid. He was your
Johnson sounds like a fucking nice.
and Billy wasn't your average kid. He actually he did some pretty bad stuff. Now, Billy here, from a lot of people, have heard that he actually got suspended from school for doing some pretty bad stuff, and he hasn't been. Yeah, this isn't his first time being arrested, but he's been arrested and he's been to jail. Now he has been. The reason why he got suspended for school for 3 years, because well, this is what I've heard. He's supposed to be in high school, and now he's in he's in eighth grade, but now he's going into freshman, I think, from what I've heard. And now he one this was one night. Now I didn't know much, but I did see that there was a video, so it wasn't just like, oh. Now there are more rumors of the kids that were in the car. Most of the kids were actually one of I heard there was a rumor that where one of them was my friend that was in the car, but some other people have said that he isn't. And the kid that said that everyone says that the kid that was in the car really wasn't, but I asked the kid and he said he was, but you he's like he's a weird kid, so pretty much everyone says that he was when he wasn't. But shoot, what else? Oh, and this kid actually, Billy. So that was the other person I was talking about is not Billy, but Billy
Roger.
actually he did some crazy stuff. Um, so what he did that day is he decided to steal. Now there's very a lot of rumors that I've heard, but um, so far this is what I've heard that he stole a car from his brother, and supposedly, now this is the rumor part where it could be fake, could not be. Now they say that it's either a stolen car or it's just his brother's car. They thought that his brother stole the car, or it's just his brother's car. Now he stole it, and his brother called the cops on him. He actually went over to pick up three friends. Their names were Joe and Kyle. They went to go. They went. Now I think it was Joe and Kyle, but I think there was one person, but the other person wasn't mentioned. Now they were driving. It was all on Snapchat. I'm not. I don't. I didn't use Snapchat at the time, but my friend showed me it. Basically, this one kid, he didn't want to go. This one kid didn't want to go with him because he knew it was illegal. Now he didn't want to go, but he recorded it on Snapchat. There was. They went on the Snapchat because they posted the video of themselves driving in the car. It said that they went like 70 miles per hour, according to the like the how fast they were going, speedometer or whatever. And they they went 70 miles per hour. And this one kid on the this other kid said that it was crazy. This one kid said, you better run, Billy, you better keep on running." Because there was actually a helicopter chase involved, and there
Oof.
was also an actual just police car chase. The kid did get arrested. The other two people were not charged, but they did go back to school the next morning, and it was actually pretty crazy. and they did. So the kid was suspended. I don't know what happened to him, but that's all that I know. And that was pretty much it. Um, that store is pretty big. That was it. That was actually a couple of weeks. That was 1 week or 2 week away from the school ending. And I've kind of felt really bad for the kid, but kind of not, because I mean, he can't help himself doing criminal stuff because he always does criminal stuff. Because in health, he was actually in my health class, and he always got in trouble for something that he didn't do. So that's why I really felt bad for him, because he didn't do anything. They just always say like, "All right, that's it. You're going to detention." When he was talking to a friend for like help, and like, of course, I'm not going to mention the health teacher because I know he's actually kind of cool, but kind of mean sometimes. But yeah, that kid was actually pretty nice. But he was like 14, and he did drive a car illegally. So yeah, that's the story. I'm gonna pass the mic to John now.
Okay.
All right, there you go, buddy.
Well, actually, I'm not too sure because we're all out of time. That was a massive voice crack right there. But we are
Okay.
all out of time, everybody.
Well, we could probably fit a couple stories in. I don't know if I have any
We
stories
are
though.
all out of time. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to Mr. Fuzzy's channel. I
Yep.
guys hope you enjoyed the stories, and we will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.